quickly, and then who falls behind as quick. By no means, Mount St. Joseph is probably favored to win this conference, but I think anybody can beat anybody on a given night.
It has been, before we talk about the battling Bishops here in a moment, it has been a rough beginning for the Heartland, as Mount St. Joe, the only team with a winning record at 2-1, Anderson and Hanover at 1-2, and then Franklin, Bluffton, Manchester, and Rose all at 0-3. That's a combined 4-17. So you got a lot of teams trying to find their way here.
But one of the things you said that was very interesting, Anderson is 1-2. Anderson is 1-2 for the first time in 7 years. So they're on the right track. Anderson, Manchester, probably the two bottom teams in the division last year. So that's a positive thing overall of the Heartland Conference. But, you look at those schedules that those teams have played, a non-conference schedule, all those teams have either played or been in the playoffs in Division III for the last 3 or 4 years. That's a good sign. It gets you healthy, gets you ready for the tough conference it is.
Well, let's talk about Ohio Wesleyan. They beat Otterbein in their first game 26-7. They won on the road at Wabash, which is always tough. They win that game 30-13, and they beat Oberlin by a final of 74-0. The most impressive game, though, by quarterback Caden Booza was that game against Wabash, in which he threw for 343 yards. We'll talk about him as one of the impact players. This is a team that can score almost 38 points per game.
If you can score 38 points and your defense opponent, I think, is like at 12.4, 12.5, meaning that you're on the field a lot. That 74-0 lead, they were on the field almost 90% of that game. Their defense scored twice in that game. So to judge that, you have to really study film and see who's the key players. Quarterback is one of the key players they have today.
Yeah, he certainly is. Coming into this one, he is 60 of 102 for 677 yards. He's averaging at almost 226 yards passing, 6 touchdowns. Now, the one area that could be concerned, 4 interceptions in his first 3 games.
Which tells me if you put pressure on the quarterback, if you can get pressure on the quarterback and your defenders can defend well, he's subject to throw some interceptions on a field that's going to be very, very wet with the wind. Gusts, as we talked about, could be a factor as well. I would think Ohio would want to put the ball up in the air a lot.
By the way, their running attack not quite where they want it to be at this stage, though still very effective. Nathan Sievers has rushed for 224 yards this year. He's averaging 5.6 yards per carry. They'll use him out of the backfield as well, 10 receptions and 67 yards. We'll see a lot today of Devin Haley. He has carried the football 20 times, 122 yards, and averaging 6.1 yards per carry. Overall, Ohio Wesleyan at 386 yards per game, which really isn't stellar, but they played a lot of short field against Oberlin when they won that game.
Again, you look at defensively, and if your opponent is starting at the 10-yard line and you get them turned over, and now all of a sudden you have to only go 15 to 25, maybe 30 at the most. Pretty easy. We see that in on Friday nights where teams are dominating and their biggest drive to get a touchdown might have been 19, 20 yards.
Their favorite target today, keep an eye on Josh Hurst. 14 receptions, 168 yards. He's only averaging about 12 yards per reception, so it isn't like they really stretched the field. And J.T. James, 10 receptions for 67 yards. So if you look at it on paper, and again we'll go back to that game against Oberlin and how many short fields they play with, it might be a little deceiving. They really don't stretch the field very much.
And I think, looking at them, they don't sustain long drives. They seem like their defense, it puts them in a good enough position to have short drives. I would like to see what Franklin can do, put them deep and see if they can go 80 yards, go 75 yards for a score. I will tell you today, though, if you can control the line of scrimmage today and run the clock, that could be, with the weathering conditions that we have, that could be definitely the key.
Defensively, though, they're playing well.
Yes.
As you mentioned, 12 points per game, So far this year, they're only giving up 76 yards rushing. That'll be a challenge today, 147 through the air. That 147 is also a little bit deceiving because they're getting ahead of teams and they have to throw a lot. That's 223.3 yards per contest and 10 interceptions. So their defense has really been good.
The safety and the wideouts play pretty good. They play zone defense. The interesting fact that I thought was they only have given up 37 first downs, while they had 63 or 64 of themselves.
Yeah.
Which tells me they get the ball a lot. But defensively, if you're going to throw, you got to throw underneath the coverage and chop up maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 yards. One of the things that Franklin did their first 2 possessions last week is they did a nice job of mixing pass with run. Seemed like in the second half they had to throw the ball a lot more because they fell behind.
Linebackers will be key today for this Ohio Wesleyan team, and that kind of tells me their front four are very good as well. They kind of hold up those offensive linemen and then let Seth Anderson, who has 18 total tackles, Briar Ramey has 20 total tackles, and Grant Johnson with 13 total tackles. Those are the 3 leading tacklers, and all 3 of those are linebackers.
Well, you're talking about the defensive line. They're like a wall anyway. They're very, very tall, very big, and very agile. So, again, if they put pressure on our quarterback and he has to throw off the back foot or running out of the pocket to throw, it could cause a lot of problems.
By the way, Yahweh Harris with 3.5 sacks already, and Jack Novak with 2.5 sacks. You see the Grizzlies making their way on the field. When we come back, we'll talk about Franklin coming up next right here on HCAC TV.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Homecoming Saturday here at Franklin College. Both teams out on the field ready to go. By the way, this Franklin team at 0-3, they lost to Ohio Northern on the road 45-7. They went to Hope, lost that one 48-6. Back home against Adrian last week. That game really not indicative of what the score said at 42-21 because that game was really close, and then Adrian started to pull away in the second half.
Yeah, I think it was 28-21, and we thought really they had an opportunity to make a big play. Failed to make the play. When they fail to make the play, here they come and they score not only 7, they score quickly 2 touchdowns back-to-back very quickly.
Well, before we talk about their impact players, the one thing that will stand out when you look at Franklin is falling behind early. They have been outscored in 3 games 48-0 in that opening quarter. So they got to find a way to stay in this game into the second half. They've been outscored 38-20 in the second quarter as well. So they got to find a way. Again, halftime will be big. Can they stay in the game up until that point? Now, Kai Ross got the start last week, as we mentioned. Ross, 17 of 36, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception on the day. And we also talked about the play of Garrett Cora. Last week, he had 23 yards, 23 carries, 24 yards. He was averaging about a yard a carry, but last week he exploded, and now he comes in at 59 carries, 180 yards, and a touchdown. He looked like the core we saw a year ago.
Yeah, and if he gets the opportunity to run again like he did last Saturday, he'll be a very impressive start of that.
And to keep an eye today on Owen Wright, and you talk about some big catches last week. Owen Wright made not just big catches, but he made some very impressive catches, and he will come into this one. He'll be a field stretcher, over 15 yards per reception and a couple of touchdowns, and he's become the favorite target of Kai Ross this season.
Yeah, and again, you got to have a lot of time in the pocket. You gotta just play your game. You cannot let them play their game.
And Coach, let's talk about defense. They're giving up 45 points per game, total offense at 435 yards. And the one thing that we mentioned early is they have only one sack in the first 3 games, and their quarterback pressures are very low. They got to find a way today to get to Caden Booza, get that ball out of his hands as quickly as they can, and really put more pressure on him.
You're exactly right. And if they do that, they could become very successful.
Yeah, and they could, so we'll find out.
We'll get ready for the coin toss on homecoming.
So a big day here today, as you'll see a lot of former players here this afternoon on a cloudy and what could be a rainy day. We're hoping that we're not expecting anything heavy when it comes to the rain. So that'll be the good news. As you, Coach, had mentioned a little bit ago, the rain will not be a factor. The wind will not be a factor, hopefully, as well. The coin toss, and you see it right there, and now we are ready to go. Want to remind you that Franklin College football on HCAC TV is brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is the leading equipment dealer and has been since 1955. Passion to Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication in the state of Indiana. Wheeler Mission. For over 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Burtner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. The Morales Group. We're in business to create a better future for you and your family. McGinley Wrights Financial, inspiring people to repeatedly take action on their financial goals. Indiana Labor's District Council, the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Labor's District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. And the IndianaSRN sports page. Follow the sports page every day with updated news coast to coast. Log on to IndianaSRN.org and click on the sports page tab.
Thursday night, the Franklin community honored their Hall of Famers. You saw them on the field with the coin toss today. Congratulations to all of those. And a big shout out to Lance Marshall, our good buddy, AD. Thank you so much, Lance, for your hospitality. Eric Eaton on the camera today and Ben on the 1 and 2s. Sit back and enjoy, because for the next 2.5 hours, you got college football.
Braden Wilkins and Mitch McElfresh are deep now for Franklin College, and we're ready to get this one underway. It'll be a line drive kick, and that will bounce inside the 10-yard line, and it will be an active play here. It went into the end zone, and a nice return out across the 30 out to about the 32-yard line. What could have been a disaster right there is a positive return.
That's when you hold your breath and go, no, no, no. Oh, yeah, that will work.
Braden Wilkins, the freshman, 6'2", 185. And so Kai Ross coming in, again, his second start of the season. Garrett Core getting the start. He wears number 2. Ross wearing number 18. Owen Wright, along with Hunter Hatfield. Matt Neely is the tight end, and Malachi Joy, the other receiver. Again, first down and 10 at the 32. They'll reset the tight end, Neely. They'll fake the handoff. Ball tipped in the air, and it'll fall incomplete. And it stayed incomplete simply because one of the offensive linemen was able to get in front of a potential linebacker to get the interception.
Well, he had Matt Neely, who blocked the tackle, the defensive tackle, to make sure that ball was not going to be caught by anybody.
So it'll be second down and 10. Neely will reset to the left. And the handoff will be Cora over the left side. Cora across the 35 to near the 36-yard line.
Our officiating crew is led by Jason Ferguson. Jason, good buddies of ours, lives in Whiteland, him and his crew of 7.
Third down and 6. 4 receivers split even to each side. Kai Ross out of the shotgun. They have not had great success this year out of third and long. Ross, here comes the pressure. Looking, now will tuck it under himself. Gets the first down, got an extra shove all the way to midfield and a first down for the Grizzlies.
Extra shove gave him 5 yards. It sure did.
And they moved him back a yard.
They moved him back a yard. That's pretty good defense in here. I'm going to shove you. Oh, okay, I'll just stay on my feet.
Football at the 49 instead of midfield. Tell you about the offensive lineman in a moment here for Franklin. Cora in the backfield gets the call at the middle.
Hole.
Big hole, and
my goodness.
He'll get inside the 45 near the 42-yard line.
That hole was big enough that Ben Wood could go into that hole. Holy smokes.
Ethan Corwin, Isaac Fisher, Parker Hacker, Josh Sanders, and Ben Romke are the offensive linemen from left to right.
Good start here for the Grizz.
That is Owen Wright, lined up tight on the left. First and 10, or I should say second down. And the roll by Ross throws toward the sideline. The defender ended up losing his man, and the ball is complete. Kirby makes the catch and another first down.
Well, what the defender did not realize is look at this. Defender's right there, and then he stopped on the play, Troy.
Probably turned the wrong way, got lost, didn't really know where his receiver was. And so Franklin, impressive on their first drive, 1st and 10, and the football at the 11-yard line.
Jake Smothers got kind of smothered, didn't he?
He did. Kirby and Neely to the left. Ross will hand off up the middle. On the carry will be Garrett Cora, and he'll get inside the 10-yard line.
Garrett Cora is a senior, 5'11", 175 pounds. Was pretty impressive last season as well.
Yeah.
We were very impressed with his running ability.
This is a Franklin team, as we had mentioned, only averaging 11 points per game in their first 3 games, and they're knocking on the door here. Split wide left is Owen Wright. Kai Ross will have Cora in the backfield. Cora gets the call, trying to bounce to the outside, able to break a couple of tackles, stay on his feet, stays in bounds, and then takes a big hit. That is a great run by Cora to able to, number one, break tackles and stay in play and get a couple extra yards.
They almost ran him out of bounds, saw that, stopped on a dime. There's no way that I could do that. That would probably locked up my knees, and then gained up to the 5. So we got 3rd down and manageable. This is 4-down territory right here.
It is.
You got it.
For a team that is 0-3 and struggling to score.
Good.
No doubt about that at all. Cora stays in, 4 receivers. Showing blitz. Here they come.
He's there.
Ross to the corner and overthrows his intended receiver, his favorite target this year, Owen Wright. Mentioned Wright coming in, averaging on the season over 15 yards per catch, and they are going to go ahead and go for the field goal.
I think this is to get some positive things over on the sideline.
Yeah, because you don't want to come away with the drive with nothing.
And it's a rainy day, so anything can happen.
Dakota Forg will come in. He's only a freshman. This will be from the 13-yard line, so we're talking about a 23-yard field goal attempt. And it'll be Franklin on the board here early. The kick is on the way, and it is good. Opening drive, 3-0 Franklin.
Are you an active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Ohio Wesleyan will get the football for the first time today. Tim Davis is deep, wearing number 22 for the Battling Bishops. And their first look at the offense right here. They'll set up a wall here to the near side across the 30, 35. Still in his feet, breaking tackles midfield, and we've got a foot race to the end zone. The 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. It's going to be Austin Koslow on the return for the touchdown, and Ohio Wesleyan on special teams getting an early 6. Take another look at it, Coach. Look at this wall.
Get it at the 11. Here's the big block right there, and then there, sealed. And then it's just like you said, a foot race. One of the things that he did is took the angle, and that was pay dirt.
I'll tell you one thing. If you look at that, if Jack Lear, the freshman, makes the hit, he made the hit, but he didn't wrap up.
Got to wrap.
There would not have been a score right there. So now, the extra point attempt.
89-yard run back.
That's not bad.
No. But now you trade from 3 and gave up 7.
Well, we haven't seen a special teams yet, and that's going to be good just inside the upright. Ohio Wesleyan comes back. They lead at 7-3.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
How are you, sir?
Today's broadcast is a copyright production of IndianaSRN, HCAC TV, and the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference, and the use of audio or video without the express written permission of IndianaSRN, HCAC TV, and the HCAC is strictly prohibited.
Or Perry Hines from Wheeler, Michigan. Our guest in our booth.
He's got the NIL deal, though.
Does he?
Don't forget to write him the check when he gets.
He's yelling, please.
Yeah, a big check.
That's why he's not on the microphone yet.
All right.
Here we go.
Line drive kick, and it'll be fair catch, and we'll put it at the 25. Today's game brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment, the leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer except for Keith Myers. Give them a call, 317-849-0810.
You can hear the wind blowing a little bit.
It is picking up. All right, second possession.
You need to score here. I'm sorry, because they're going to score. Apparently, they're going to score at will. So
well, they haven't had the ball yet.
Well, but it's 7-3. We've only played 4 minutes.
But we haven't seen Franklin's defense yet.
Okay.
Handoff, and up the middle will be Cora once again. He'll get a nice gain. About 6 yards on that play.
Though I do like the play selection so far that Franklin has ran. They're almost like a hurry-up.
Well, I don't think that at this stage they want Ohio Wesleyan, if they can prevent them from changing some of their personnel, it'll be big. We mentioned Anderson, Ramey, and Johnson, those 3 linebackers, and they have been instrumental in their 2-1 start. It'll be 2nd down and 4 after a gain of 6. Ross to throw. Near sideline, high pass, and that was really tough there. We've seen Owen Wright make some nice catches last week, but that was a little bit too high.
That ball was a little sailing a little bit. So now we're 3rd down and 4.
Up front, Novak, Burton, Harris, and Yonka. And they will make sure throughout this game to wreak some havoc on that offensive line. You'll see them stunt a lot. Watch it. They're only playing a 3-man front now with 1 standing. 3rd down and 4. Ross looking, Flushed out of the pocket, down the middle, and Cora makes a great catch, and he'll get down to the 45.
Was that ball belonging to Cora? I don't think that ball is going to go to Cora.
We'll take another look at it, I'm sure, but Cora, watch him coming out of the backfield, makes that nice spin move.
I think this ball is for 25.
Grant Johnson was in on coverage, and Cora made that nice spin move. Football again just shy of the 45-yard line. First down for Franklin. Back to a four-man front now for Ohio Wesleyan. Cora gets the call, and will get inside the 45 to the 42.
Some of the other other schools in the conference have a bye week. I'm sure Rose Holman is watching this game. They have a bye. I'm sure a coach is watching this game.
There are only two other games today. Anderson at Luther and UW River Falls is at Mount St. Joseph. That game started at noon. The Anderson game started at 1 o'clock. Second down and 7. 4 receivers. Ross looking to his right. Goes again deep toward the sideline, but the ball was thrown behind the intended receiver. He goes out of bounds. That'll be incomplete, and that'll be 3rd and long. Gabe Bowling, the intended receiver, the sophomore out of Taylorsville, Kentucky. So now you're 3rd and long. You have to get to the 35 for a first down.
You pass her?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's see what's in store here for Franklin.
Blitz.
Here they come. Ross gets rid
Got
of it
him
quickly, and it's going to be dropped. And I thought there was contact there against Owen Wright, but I don't see a flag yet.
Incidental. He said, I'm sorry.
Did he?
He
so
bumped him.
All you have to do is apologize.
Listen to it right now. Right here. This is when he's going to say, I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I don't know. That looked like contact to me. So now it's going to be 4th down, and Franklin's going to go for it here. Again, they have to get to the 35. Neely resets to the right, and now they'll check at the line of scrimmage and look to the sidelines. This is a gutsy call right here because Ohio Wesleyan's going to get it in good field position if you don't get the first down.
But you said you haven't seen Franklin's defense yet.
I haven't. Ross to throw. Again, sideline. Ball's going to be caught. It'll be Owen Wright and a first down for Franklin. He has been the go-to guy all year.
I tell you what, it's almost the same identical play other than it didn't go as far deep down the field. But watch this. There's the same contact, so at least the officials are being consistent of making a little bit of contact.
And that ball was thrown behind Wright. He had to come back and get it, which put the defensive back in a little bit of a bad position to make a recovery. So first down and 10, football at the 33-yard line. Cora, sweep right. Can he get to the outside? He will not. He's going to get dumped. And we talk about those linebackers. That's Grant Johnson, one of 3 leading tacklers for the Battling Bishops, makes the nice stop all the way back to the 30, well, just shy of the 37-yard line.
That time the offensive line didn't hold their blocks. You got to count 1,000, 1,000, then let him go. And Corey couldn't get around. He loses big time 4 yards there.
Kirby split wide to the left. They've moved Neely out to the left as well. Neely generally a tight end. 2 receivers now to the right. Cora gets the call up the middle, and he's going to get dumped immediately. Just nothing there.
Looked like they had a face mask there, no flag there.
Terrell Burton, 11 total tackles coming in. Big number 66 making the stop, and now another 3rd and 13 this time. And you'll have to get to the 23 for the first down.
There's a good look at Jason Ferguson out of frame now. Good guy.
Austin Ganaway has now checked in. He's one of 3 receivers to the right. Kirby is there as well. Something tells me this play is going to go to the right. What do you think? It's everybody's on that side.
Yeah,
unless, of course, now Wright has one-on-one coverage here at the bottom, and they're looking that way. A little screen pass out here to Cora, and he's going to go down. He would have had to make a nice play to get by Colin Wayner, and the drive is going to stall right here unless they decide to go for it.
Well, they lost 10 yards on that series. So it's 4th down and 16.
I'm in the area here. I think I've got to at least punt this football away and try to pin Ohio Wesleyan deep and at least make them drive. But this is going to be tough. Football at the 39.
Is this a quick kick?
That could be too. We'll see if Ross is able to do that. Or
they're going to draw him offside.
Well, even then, that's not going to still be 4th and 11.
Going to be a delay game here.
So they will take either a timeout or a delay of game. I think they got the timeout before the delay of game. We'll take a timeout as well. 7-3 Ohio Wesleyan.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Well, after some consideration, Franklin is going to punt the football away. See if they can pin Ohio Wesleyan deep. A strong rush. And the kick is a fair catch, and it will land inside the 10-yard line and then take an Ohio Wesleyan bounce. So now Ohio Wesleyan, for the first time, will come out Caden Booza. We mentioned him earlier. 677 yards, 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He will be the guy to watch. On the outside, it'll be Josh Hurst. 14 receptions coming into this one, and J.T. James with 10 receptions. Nathan Sievers, the main back, 224 yards so far this year. Booza wearing number 5. 6'2", 195 pounds. He's in his 5th year. 1st and 10 in the first possession for the Battling Bishops, and they're going to run the football to begin their first possession. Nothing there for Sievers. Might get a yard if he's lucky.
Gotta like that. Good job, D. You pin him deep here. You're going to get pretty good field positions here.
So it'll be 2nd down, a gain of 1. Deichler, Pennington, Kidd, Rogers, and Staten up front now for Ohio Wesleyan. Now we'll go with 4 wideouts. Fitchko is the tight end. Empty backfield now for Booza.
Motion.
And the motion man will not get the football. The keeper by Booza. And he'll get a good chunk of that 9. And it's going to be 3rd down and manageable.
3rd and 2. Long one. Okay.
Fitchko near side. Once again, Sievers in the backfield. Sievers gets the call, sweep to the left, breaks 1 tackle. Great effort to get near the sideline, and he got the first down. Sievers, by the way, just a freshman, 5'10", 200 pounds.
Had him behind the sticks, and that's just muscle versus muscle.
This year, Franklin, on the season, is giving up over 300 yards per game rushing.
That is not good.
No. And Ohio Wesleyan would love to wear him down. Under the 4-minute mark here in the opening period of play.
Stunt.
Booza to throw. Here they come. Got away from one defender. Got away from another. He did not. He will go down, and number 97 there for Franklin College to make the stop, and a nice play defensively as 97 Brock Thurman out of Washington, Indiana.
6'3" senior. How about this? 265. You feed him.
Yeah, please.
My goodness.
So Booza.
Lost 7 there.
Yeah, they are now deep once again. 4 wideouts. The lone setback Sievers.
Motion.
That'll be Fitchko in motion. Swing pass to Fitchko. Gets a block there, but he's not going to get much out of it. He might get about 4, maybe 5, and that's it.
They are fortunate they didn't get called for holding there. 83 or a block in the back. So we go down the third down and about 16.
So big play right here for this Franklin College defense. Brown, Jones, Young, and Malone are up front. O'Neal, Kermode, and Bolton, the 3 linebackers.
Change to play there on the scrimmage line.
They'll put a man in motion. That's Fitchko.
That's
and we've
false
got
start.
some movement up front. And
yeah,
it's going
79.
to go against, it'll go against Ohio Wesleyan. Today's game brought to you in part by the Morales Group. They're in business to create a better future for you, your family, and for the community we share. They can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. Give them a call at 317-472-7600. So 3rd down and 18. Football placed at the 12-yard line. Fitchko in motion once again. Booza to throw. Has time down the middle, and he overthrows his receiver and nearly intercepted by Kahari Jackson.
83, Brian Hines Jr. was open in the flat. Big target, too, 6'1", from Lewis Central.
Colin Wayner will come in to punt the football away in his own end zone, so Franklin's going to get good field position with just over 2 minutes remaining.
Defense did what they were supposed to do.
Yes, they did.
We should get the ball in pretty good position here.
Franklin coming. They had a man there, and they almost got in there in time. The kick will take an Ohio Wesleyan bounce and be down at the 45-yard line. That looked like it was Hayden Kermode who was in there, nearly got the block, and so Kai Ross and the offense back out once again. Today's game brought to you in part by Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. If you'd like more information or would like to volunteer, give them a call at 317-686-6239.
Perry Hines, the CEO, president, will join us at halftime.
And you'll be presenting him with that big check.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Jeez. Football at the 45-yard line. I'm going to get you committed one way or the other.
I'm committed, all right.
Core on the carry, breaks a couple of tackles. He'll get 4 out of this one, and we're under 2 minutes.
But we'll talk about the great things that Wheeler Mission does in the community. They've been part of us now for 3 or 4 years, and they're great halftime hosts. Well, that Denny Tolles, he's a little bit. He never buys anybody anything.
Sure.
Never buys us a hot dog or anything.
Were you wanting one?
Well, I would love him. I know he's watching at home. So, Denny, if you want to bring that down, you're more than welcome to do that.
I'm sure he'd love to jump in the car.
Perry brought his popcorn, at least.
2nd down and 6. Low snap and picked up by Ross, and he's going to take a big loss back to the 34-yard line, and that hurts.
That's on the center. Unless that – I don't think that ball's that wet. Do you? I mean, it's not raining. The turf might be a little soggy, but – you got to get that back up there.
But they're never under center, so that ought to be automatic, right?
That's true.
I mean, it isn't like where you used to be where you had guys under center and maybe they went back into the shotgun, but sometimes it happens. So now you're at 3rd and 21.
Oh, my goodness. You got a 3rd and 21 play?
Well, we might have one here. In fact, the guy to go to would be Owen Wright. And you see him at the bottom of the screen.
Yep. Uncovered right now.
Ross looking his way over the middle. Ball's going to be caught by Owen Wright. Wright fights for an extra yard or so. He got a good chunk of that back.
I like the sportsmanship. Got hit hard. Smacked the guy in the helmet. Hey, good hit.
Owen Wright knows how to play winning football. He's out of Center Grove, Greenwood, Indiana. Only a sophomore.
Won a couple state championships.
Got a couple of rings, yes.
So this is the end of quarter here.
Yep, they're going to let it run out. After 1, it's Ohio Wesleyan 7, Franklin 3.
warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Back here at Franklin College, today's game is brought to you in part by the Morales Group. They're in business to create a better future for you, your family, and for the community we share. We can match you with the right career, hire the right candidate for your company. Give them a call at 317-472-7600. And by Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction, metal fabrication in the state of Indiana. If you need a safe, dependable workforce, contact Boilermaker Local 374. Second quarter, 4th and 8. Franklin, what we thought might be a promising possession, ends up losing yardage off that bad snap, and now they'll have to punt it away, and that's going to take another Ohio Wesleyan bounce all the way back to the 33.
Isn't that a crazy football? You don't know where it's going to go, and they Ohio Wesleyan gained 7 yards on the punt.
Well, so, it is oblong, by the way, so you never know how it's going to bounce.
Like my head.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Quarterback from Wyoming, what do you do here in this possession?
Score?
Good. That would be one of the 2 choices that you could do.
It might be the best choice, is score.
I would think so.
But, again, they did not look particularly well, speaking of Ohio Wesleyan in their first series, so let's see what adjustments they'll make as you see Caden Booza back out on the field. Sievers is the lone setback, and we're going to go trips to the short side.
Be nice to get a turnover right here.
Booza hands it off, and a run up the middle. That'll be Sievers. Sievers out to the 39. He runs a lot like Garrett Cora, one of those guys who is able to break tackles. He's about 200 pounds.
You know who he reminds me of, though?
Who?
Eric Dickerson.
Eric Dickerson
takes that hesitating spot, take the step back, and then go up toward the line of scrimmage.
Well, you're really going back, aren't you?
I mean,
I'm not sure he's tall enough to be Eric Dickerson, though.
Oh, yeah. Eric was a small guy.
Yeah, he was. All right, it'll be 2nd down and about 5. Booza has 2 in the backfield. They'll hand it off to the second back, and that's going to be Sievers once again across the 40. And let's see where they spot the football at the 41-yard line. I thought you were going to bring up Fran Tarkenton like you always do.
No. Now everybody knows he's the best quarterback in the whole entire world.
Yeah.
3rd
down and 3. Another chance here for this Franklin defense.
I get hate mail every single time I mention his name. Yeah. He's sure white.
We can probably put about 35 other quarterbacks ahead of him.
Here we go.
All right, Booza rolling. Has time, throws to the sideline, and a pass was intended there for Fitchko, and it falls incomplete, and this Ohio Wesleyan offense stalls out once again.
Now Franklin, the momentum is switching here. You got to do something positive with the ball.
By the way, if you're keeping up, you IU fans, IU Maryland tied at 14. Your Boilermakers play when?
We play the B team. No, we play Nebraska. I do believe that is a 3:30 start.
Okay. So you're
it was a 12 noon start today. We didn't get any TV coverage. Not even CW covered us.
4th down and 3. Here they come again. They almost got him last time. This will be a line drive kick and a return from the 25-yard line across the 30, taking a hard hit to the 32.
Good field position.
Franklin will take over 1st and 10. And I'll tell you one thing for sure, Owen Wright able to do just about everything unless they left that to Micah Reed. Again, there are multiple numbers on a lot of the players, and that very well might have been Micah Reed, the senior out of Greentown, played at Eastern High School. Boilermakers are leading 3-0 in the third quarter. Where'd your Boilermakers find their defense?
Who knows? I'm glad they did, though.
First down, football at the 32, play action. Ball's going to be caught, 40, out to the 42-yard line. That'll be good enough for another first down. That'll be Gabe Bowling. Mentioned Bowling earlier, number 19, getting the reception. They're actually going to say it's only a gain of 9, so it'll be second down and 1. Looked like he had made it to the 42-yard line, but they marked him short by a yard. So second down and 1. In the ballgame now will be Cam Jennings for the first time. Jennings bouncing to the outside and gets the first down. We may have a flag here. And you see the flag there at the 41-yard line. We have had a clean game so far.
Yeah, it looks like we might have a hold.
So you have the bad snap in your last possession. Now you get a hold on a first down. These are the kind of things that
drive you nuts.
They will drive you nuts. You cannot be making these mistakes.
You know, coaches who have hair will not have hair at the end of the year. They keep doing that. So you can tell how many holding calls my teams have had.
And they were early, weren't they?
It was early in my career. I gave up coaching football.
Well, I know you haven't had hair in a long time, so.
Wow.
It's going to be second down.
Oh, goodness.
Second down and 11. It'll be Jennings again on the call. He'll get about a yard.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
On that play, it's second down and 11. Wouldn't you want to just air it out and see what you can do? I mean, I'm not questioning. I guess I am questioning, but I would think you would want to be a little bit aggressive.
I would rather, if I'm not going to go for the first down, which would be tough to do at third down or second down and 11, at least get 7-8 yards out of it. One's probably not going to get you much, especially when you think about your offense has struggled this year. Jennings will stay in. We haven't seen Cora in this series. 4 wideouts. Ross able to get away from pressure. Now throws downfield. Ball's going to be knocked away. Big time hit. And the pass intended for number 19, Gabe Bowling. Watch this hit.
There's no, got to check your teeth here. Wow.
All shoulder that time.
Yeah, you know, people probably yelling for targeting him, but didn't even come close.
Chris Burns, the free safety, at 6 foot 175, and now we'll see a punt here by Franklin again. They had that holding penalty that cost him a first down, and they've got to give it up one more time.
Might have a flag.
The way the crowd is cheering, it may be roughing the punter. And you see the flag right there.
There's the flag.
So perhaps the Grizzlies are going to get a little bit of a break. Today's game brought to you in part by Passionate Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. As a prestigious healthcare company, Passionate Care is driven by decades of expertise and a drive to go above and beyond. Give Passionate Care a call at 317-537-1811.
Now, the safety official is now coming, position of safety head linesman, and the umpire.
A lot to talk about here, right?
They do like to talk about it.
One of the fans in the stands isn't happy about something.
They decline running into the kicker? That's interesting.
Can you explain that to me?
I can't. Well, it would still have been 4th down, but it would have been 4th and 5. That's pretty manageable, possibly.
So they only got 5 out of the penalty.
Running into the kicker is only 5 yards. Roughing a kicker is 15 yards.
Well, we didn't know if it was just running into or roughing.
Yeah, he signaled running into the kicker.
All right, so it'll be 1st down. Booza at the 37-yard line. Ohio Wesleyan got their 7 on that punt return for a touchdown in the first quarter. Booza fakes the pass, throws a screen over the middle, 40 out to the 43-yard line. That'll be Sievers out of the backfield.
80-yard touchdown run on a kickoff.
And this is a team, by the way, as we mentioned, coming in. They just came off 74 points against Oberlin. But they're averaging nearly 38 points per game.
They would have had 35 points by now if it gets to Overton.
I think you, me, and Ben could score 74 against Oberlin.
Really?
Oh, they're not very good.
Can Debbie play?
Yes.
She'd probably be a quarterback.
Could be.
She got new kicks today. She could be ready.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So you do shell out some money now.
Anniversary, man, coming up.
So you got her some shoes?
Sure. Going to buy her a chicken dinner later.
2nd down and about 4, the keeper, and it's going to be a 1st down and more into Franklin territory, and
he landed.
Booze to take a shot.
He landed on his shoulder.
See if he's going to be okay. This would be a big loss. Pearson and Lohman are the 2 backups, but I think he's going to stay in. 1st down and 10, football at the 46.
I love it. Did you see coming across was the backup quarterback? He goes, nah, stay over there. Got a timeout. Take a break after this. 7-3.
Today's game brought to you in part by Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have consistently been the trusted allies for all your inventory management, warehousing, fulfillment, and transportation needs. We stand as your comprehensive logistics partner. Give them a call at 317-396-1023.
Ride with them.
By the way, Caden Booza is okay. I think that timeout was just to make sure he was. Man in motion to the right. Handoff and a short gain there by Sievers to the 43. By the way, if you're a IU fan, you took the lead and then you gave up that big long run right there.
The Boilers are still ahead 3-0?
We don't know. We're not watching Purdue.
Oh, gotcha.
We want to watch quality football.
Control Central has all the games.
7-3, J.T. James in motion. Booza to throw, takes a late hit. Ball in the air, and it's going to be intercepted at the 25-yard line. Though there is a scramble for the football, it will be an interception by Kahari Jackson.
Kahari, defensive back, senior, 5'11", 202, from Chicago, Illinois, and Twin Lakes High School.
Booza, by the way, though he took that hit, he was throwing off his back foot, and anytime you do that and you throw off your back foot, you're not going to get enough.
It might have been that shoulder because he was gimpy on that shoulder.
Yeah.
Who knows? This is an important series here. May I say, it would be nice if we scored here.
It would be. Football at the 25. You're the crowd getting into it here on homecoming Saturday. 1st down and 10. Kai Ross will have Cora back in the ball game, and Cora gets the call following his blockers. He'll get the 1st down and more to the 40. Great run by Garrett Cora.
I don't like how he carried the ball because he carried it like a loaf of bread, but he did a great job. I tell you what, Cora is the difference in the backfield.
Well, he was last week, and he has been so far this week. And he does a great job following the blockers, picking the holes, and lets his offensive linemen open up those holes for him. Kirby in the ball game to the left. Single receiver to the bottom of your screen. That'll be Owen Wright. Handoff Cora. Once again, Cora 45 near midfield and another near first down run. I think he got the first down. The official on the opposite side spots him at the 50.
You notice what Cora used as a pick? He used the umpire. He ran right on the left side. We taught our kids how to do that, but you ran on the left side of the umpire because what are you going to do, run him over? No,
Yes.
You're afraid if you run him over, you're going to get a penalty. So he uses the umpire as a pick.
Now, it's my understanding, though, that if the officials, like basketball, if you're on the floor, you're part
live.
of the, yeah.
You're live, yes.
So if I run over the official, that's not my problem.
And we have seen some people do that.
Exactly.
I've had that in my career. It's happened twice. Someone dragged me 25 yards.
Really?
It was not fun.
All right, first down and 10, under 8 minutes. Once again, Ross, play action.
Got him.
He's going to throw it to the near side, and it's going to be caught by Owen Wright. Breaks tackles at the 25 to the outside. Great play again by Owen Wright.
He had him about 2 steps before he threw the ball. Owen Wright went and got that ball. Look, he's open right here. Finally gets it. This is what I like, the second effort, and I love that number 2 down the field. Garrett Cora made a nice play blocking from Lisden, Indiana, Tri-West High School. That young man knows how to play football.
By the way, Owen Wright caught that double coverage, able to get behind that linebacker. I thought he was going to run right into him. Back in the red zone. First and 10. Cora up the middle, took a hard hit and goes down. That was Seth Anderson, their leading tackler.
He stepped up right in the gap. Seth is a senior. He is 6 foot and 205 from Springfield, Illinois.
Last time Franklin got here, though, they had to settle for a field goal.
Yeah, you need a score here. You need 7.
Clock continues to run, as you see right there. Kai Ross looking to the sidelines. You can get that play in quickly. You can see how fast they have to get. Only 8 seconds remaining in the play clock.
Snap the ball.
Cora, the lone setback. They did it at 3. Cora over the right side. Big hole inside the
face
15.
mask. No call. Wow. That's a little blatant, wasn't it? Right in front of him?
I'd have to see it again.
Okay. Well, I'm always looking for something.
I know you are. By the way, they're going to give Seth Anderson the tackle once again. We're at 3rd and 5. Well, this is a big play right here for this offense. Cora, the lone setback. Ross to the corner of the end zone, and nothing there, and the pass was intended for Owen Wright. Defended by Jake Smothers once again, and it's 4th and 5.
Here we go. Well, he's going for this one. I think this is a different because his defense has been playing pretty well.
Austin Ganaway is in. Malachi Joy in as well. Trips left, and that'll be Kirby joining them on that side. That means Owen Wright has single coverage here on the near side. Let's see if they go back to him. He has been the go-to guy.
And now they're stopping to play. The referee's holding play.
We'll put the game clock at 5:47.
Now 53 minutes, please. 5:47.
And you know the guys up there clicking buttons and.
Well, yeah, because now you're on the spot and you're kind of nervous.
Yeah, and everybody's looking at you in the press box.
Well, it's just like you when you get on the air.
Yeah.
I noticed you were waving at all your fans today.
I did. Yeah, we had a little autograph session earlier. Trips left. Ross looking right. It'll be Owen Wright, and the pass is underthrown, and we have interference.
Hey, Eric, I lost your camera.
Touchdown for Franklin. And they come back and able to get that score, and they needed that one right there, and they now lead at 10-7. That was big for that Franklin offense.
Very big, give you a little bit of momentum. Now what you got to do is you got to make a stop here.
5:42 remaining, though the Franklin defense has actually been really very good today. But you don't want to give up any points here going into the locker room.
HCAC season starts next week. We will be going to Rose-Hulman next week, as Rose-Hulman will take on this Franklin Ball Club. Game time is at 2 o'clock. Also, there is volleyball next Saturday at 11 a.m. The first time that we will see Berea play in the HCAC's conference, as Berea is the new. If Jay Jones, I'm sure he's watching today. Thanks for joining us, Jay. Appreciate it. Don't forget, at halftime, we have Perry Hines from Wheeler, Mission. The big boss. He wanted to meet you.
Yeah. Short kick, and there will be a return out to the 40-yard line. So Kai Ross with that touchdown pass, his third touchdown pass of the season for Owen Wright, his third touchdown reception.
May I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why would you cook it short? Well, the last time the guy ran it back, I know 90 yards. But
that might be a reason why.
Okay.
Well, nonetheless, it's going to be pretty good field position here for the battling Bishops. See if this defense can now make another stand here with the football at the 40-yard line. First and 10 with 5:38. Booza to roll, throws over the middle, wide open, heading to the sideline and getting out of bounds. Nice play underneath that Franklin defense.
Might have a flag on the play. There's the flag. There at the 45.
Brian Hines made the reception. And the way they're acting, it's going to go against Ohio Wesleyan.
Illegal man downfield. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
By the way, Kai Ross today, 8 of 15. 132 yards, had the touchdown. His QB rating it right now, 149.3.
About like yours was when you played for Wyoming.
Yeah, but mine was the whole game, not just the first half. First down and 15.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry.
We like to quantify what we're talking about here when you get a chance. And Booza will put a man in motion. That'll be J.T. James, who will reset to the right. They'll hand it off, and across the 40 to the 41, that'll be Sievers. What is impressive so far? I know that up until that touchdown for Franklin is Ohio Wesleyan just can't find any rhythm in this offense, and I think a lot of it has to do with how this Franklin defense is playing
They
today.
came out to make a statement today.
And Ohio Wesleyan has not found much of an answer yet. By the way, Sievers and Booza, a combined 37 yards rushing so far in the first half. That is it. I mentioned this is a team that's giving up 300 yards per game. Booza airs it out, has a man, and it's going to be caught inside the 30. On the reception, J.T. James. That's a big play right there for Ohio Wesleyan.
They needed that one. Look at the protection here. Nice seal. And he just stepped up and wide open.
That's only the third completion today for Caden Booza. So put it at the 27-yard line. That'll be J.T. James. Will reset to the right. Two receivers to the right as well. Low snap. Handoff Sievers inside the 25. Well, this is big now for this Franklin defense to try to keep them out of the end zone. Yeah, hold them to 3. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. Booza 2 of 6 today for only 10 yards before that last catch. Crowd again getting into it. 3-man front for Franklin and a man in motion. The man in motion end around to the right side, giving chase and brought down at around the 22-yard line. That is Austin Kozlaw. Kozlaw getting his first carry of the day. And again, we'll put it at the 22.
I think this is 4-down territory for Ohio Wesleyan.
So 3rd down and 5. Franklin coming this time. The handoff. Big hole up the middle. 1st down. Breaking tackle into the end zone. Touchdown. Nathan Sievers. And they had him stopped. They had a really, about a 7-man front on that one. Were unable to stop him on the run.
Look at this hole, though. Nice job by the line.
Boy, but that missed tackle right there by Hayden Bulmer.
Yep.
And so now the extra point attempt, and that's the one thing you did not want to have happen, is Ohio Wesleyan scoring their first offensive touchdown of the day. The extra point is good. Ohio Wesleyan leads at 14-10.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN. We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Ready for the kickoff as Franklin will still have some time on the clock here before we head to halftime. Braden Wilkins deep now for Franklin. Ohio Wesleyan, in fact, look at Franklin, 1 man short on special teams, so they got him out there just in time.
They have the 2-minute timeout and 2 timeouts.
And this will be a line drive kick. That's one of those tweeners between one of the up men and the return man, which is Wilkins, and he'll get dumped inside the 25-yard line. Today's game brought to you in part by Dynamark. If you're looking to elevate your brand, make sure you choose Dynamark, your one local stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. They've been serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service. Give them a call at 317-328-2555. All right, Kairos. See if he has a 2-minute drill here. Of course, it'll stop at the 2-minute warning.
No. 2-minute timeout.
No, I'm sorry. Cora on the carry, and he'll get about 3 or 4 on this one. The 2-minute timeout, not the 2-minute warning.
And there it is. 2-minute warning.
We'll take a timeout as well. Ohio Wesleyan leads it by 4.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
Rushing me.
Hey, don't forget, special guest coming up at halftime from Wheeler Mission.
What's his name?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm more impressed here, 131 years, because you were born about that time, weren't you?
We have the same birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why you changed it on my sheet?
I did.
Okay, good.
Well, I knew, Perry, he brought gifts today.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he bring you like an entry fee to the drumstick dash?
That's what he's asking me. If I get off my cane, I'm going to go. Seriously, I am.
You'll go and watch?
Yeah. No.
First down, handoff. It'll be Carr, and he may get back to the line of scrimmage. Big number 66, Burton in there.
What you don't want to do is give them enough time.
Yeah. Yeah, this is clock management right here. Boy, sometimes you can play it a little bit too close to the vest. Yeah, so you got to be careful. Cora stays in the backfield. Malachi Joy stays in the lineup. We'll split those receivers even to each side. Here they come from the outside. Ross gets rid of it over the middle. Ball's going to be caught. Going to be a first down, spinning and getting extra yardage. It'll be Kirby on the reception for the first down.
Clock stops on the first down. What a pass.
Just over the linebacker's outstretched arms as Briar Ramey thought he almost had a piece of that one. Ross to the sideline, and it's going to be caught, dropped immediately, and they'll stay in bounds. That'll be Malachi Joy on the reception.
Actually, he's going to call him out of bounds, Joy.
Wow.
That's a break.
Put the football just inside the 50. So it'll be second down and 6.
Still plenty of time.
Outside linebacker will blitz again. Down the middle, ball's caught. Big time hit and holding on. Another great catch by Malachi Joy for the first down.
I tell you what, he knew that was coming and still caught the ball.
Watch this. Ooh, my.
See, now, if I got hit like that, I'm still on the ground. You bring 5 or 6 AM wins.
Yeah, and you'd be in traction.
And plenty, yes, you bet.
That one's going to be grounded there by Kai Ross. It'll be second down. Great pressure put on by Yahweh Harris.
I think you need at least 10 to 12 more yards for a field goal here.
Here's one key we've seen in the first half. This is a team that comes in, Ohio Wesleyan, with guys that can really put pressure on the quarterback.
Not been done today.
It hasn't been as much. That offensive line has actually played very well. Second down and 10. Ross to throw again. Over the middle, and
deflected.
This time, well, I'm telling you what, I'm pretty sure Owen Wright took a look at who was coming because he kind of held up on that pattern. Now it's 3rd and 10. Do you see his head when he kind of looked back?
From here, this would be a 55-yard no.
There was a 62-yard field goal last night in high school football.
With the wind.
With the wind, yes. Now, if he kicked it into the wind, now that's impressive.
Yeah, but very, especially since the wind was like 45 to 60 miles an hour gusts.
3rd and 10. Quick hitter. Ball caught and dumped shy of the first down. I think that's going to be Kirby on the reception, and it is. And that's going to be down to the 30-yard line. And I believe we've got a timeout right here. We'll take a timeout as well. Ohio Wesleyan leads it by 4.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Are you an active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer.
4th down and 5. Ross will throw over the middle, intercepted. Picked off. 30 seconds remaining. On the return is Abram Beer. And big turnover right there. The play was down, though you saw Owen Wright claiming he got the fumble recovery. Take a look at this pass.
Well, there's 1, 2, 3 steps here. Ball is
I think he was down. By the way, that safety, Kairos never saw him coming from behind.
Oh, we got pass interference.
Oh, boy. That's big. Did not see the flag, but that's big if you're a Franklin fan. And that moves it inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line.
Here's the interesting thing. That flag was late.
Yeah. Boy, extra life here with 27.6.
Now the clock won't start until the snap. That's another break you get.
Trips left. Ross over the middle. Ball is in and out of the hands and intercepted. Oh, my. Ganaway, the pass was a little bit behind him, and Jake Smothers will get the INT.
Made up for the lack of defense on the other end.
Watch it here.
He's open. Oh.
Well, here's the thing. You had Cora was there, and you had Ganaway in the same area.
Yep.
And I'm not so sure. You talked about earlier a pass that might have been intended for one other receiver. That might have been intended for Cora.
I tell you what, I would not run a play here. I would just drop to a knee.
You know, you always show guts in baseball. You want to squeeze in the bottom of the ninth inning. And but you're not going to go here, are you?
No.
All right, they will take a knee on this one, and that's going to end the first half. As Franklin hanging in there, though. Your thoughts, 14-10 here at the half.
Well, you know, Franklin scored it first with at 11:03 with the field goal. Then they gave up an 80-yard touchdown run to make it 7-3 at the 10:49 mark. Then Ohio scores at the 2:18 mark in the second quarter, and Franklin scores at the 5:40. I think, considering what we have seen the last 3 weeks, a vast improvement, 14-3 at homecoming. I'm not disappointed. Ohio gets the ball coming into the second half to start the second half, but we'll see what happens. Very impressive, competitive football game.
By the way, speaking of that, I mentioned it earlier, that Franklin was outscored in the first quarter this year 48-0, and when you combine the first and second quarters, they've been outscored 86-20, so they're only down by 4, and that's a plus.
When we come back, we'll have Perry Hines joining us from Willard, Michigan. You're watching HCAC football on IndianaSRN.
Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Every person has a story waiting to be told.
Mr. Jack comes in every Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
One day I noticed his hat said he was a Korean War veteran. I asked him if he'd ever been to the Korean War Memorial.
No, I never had a chance to go.
That was the day I knew we had to do whatever it took to get him there.
Mandy made it happen. I got to go to Washington, D.C. to all the memorials. The World War II Memorial, Naval Memorial, Korean War Memorial. Took all kind of pictures and everything, and it was a good trip, too.
I'm glad that I could be a part of Mr. Jack's story.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN. We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Welcome back to halftime, with the score being 14-10 as we are at homecoming at Franklin College. And thank you very much for joining. Join us now is Perry Hines. He is, well, we'll let Perry tell you what he is. Perry, what do you do?
Well, Keith, thanks a lot. I really appreciate you letting me
No
be
problem.
here. Yeah, so since last March, I've had the pleasure and the privilege of being the president and CEO of Wheeler Mission. So I was kind of the chief development officer there for about a year or so before that, but in this exact position about a year and a half or so.
You've been, Wheeler Mission has been part of our community for over 130 plus years. Troy made fun of it, about the same age as I am, but out of 131 years, the community has been involved, or you've been involved in the community. What has been probably the best highlight that you have seen in your early career there?
Well, like you said, Wheeler's been around for 131 years, but I am, believe it or not, I am only the sixth CEO in the last 100 years.
Wow.
And so they had several CEOs in the first 30 years or so, but then the last 100 years, those guys tended to stay around for 30, 40 plus years. And so I'm over 60. I'm not going to be able to do that. So I told the board when I took a position that I'll give it all I can, and I'll be here as long as God calls me here. So, but I don't think there's going to be 30 years.
I'm 64. I got about 6 more years, and I think people say, well, you can be in the booth as long as you want. Well, being the CEO and the vice president of IndianaSRN, I understand. I would like to enjoy my grandchildren as well in the next future.
Me too.
What sets Wheeler Mission apart from anybody else? I mean, there's so many nonprofits. What sets Wheeler Mission apart than anyone else?
Well, what we try to do, we're faith-based. We're Christ-centered, and so we truly believe that true change comes, Keith, not just from providing meals and, all the basic necessities, food, clothing, and shelter, but there's got to be a reason that the person became homeless in the first place. And so what we try to do is address the entire person, body, mind, and spirit. That's why everything we do is centered on Christ. And so, Keith, we began as a shelter back in 1893 for women, and we've grown to over serving 13,000 different individuals a year. And what that really means for us is it's big numbers, but each number has a name, and each name has a person behind it.
And each one has a different story as well.
That's exactly
and each
right.
story is different. And helping that community, they will spread what you have done for them, and it makes a big difference.
That's right. I mean, we look at each individual as a chance for a life transformation. That's what we really key on, is we want to help the individuals transform their lives. If that happens, if we have to give them food, clothing, and shelter, that's great. So be it. That's why we exist. That's why the community donates and supports us as much as they do. But we're really in it for life transformation for the whole person.
The other thing that I find very interesting, and people will be shocked to hear this, most of your staff also has experience being homeless or being out of food, out of luck, even out of a job, and you have with God's help and with the community help, you have put them back on their feet, and now they are employees and some of them are leaders of what you guys do. That itself is a blessing and a half.
Yeah, Keith, that's one of the cool things about this job. We have over 200 employees. People don't really know that we have that many people, but it takes that many people to serve 700 or 800 men, women, and children every single night. And in the winter months, the coldest months, that number swells to over 1,000 people a night. But that 30% of our employees, so about 70 to 75 of our employees, have graduated from one of our programs, meaning they went through one of our programs for drug or alcohol addiction, mental health counseling. One of our programs they've gone through and they graduated from, and we've hired them and we put them through training, something called SLT, Servant Leadership Training. And often, whether it's in our thrift store up in Fishers, whether it's in our sorting distribution center, sorting the many hundreds of thousands of donations of clothing and items that we get every year, and toiletries and all those things, it's usually their first job after recovery.
Well, first of all, the experience of the thrift store, my wife is very familiar with that. Perry, every single time she goes to the thrift store, it has cost me at least $40. But however, that $40 provides many meals, and for us, that's a good thing.
Absolutely. 100% of the proceeds from the thrift store go to helping our men, women, and children every night. Last year, our thrift store, we only have one store. I want more, but it's a matter of timing and locations and all this stuff. That thrift store provided about $1.2 million for our services last year.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got a lot more with Perry right after this.
Thanks, Keith.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Are you an active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
Back at halftime with the score 14-10, Ohio Wesleyan with Perry Hines right there, the president and the CEO of Wheeler Mission. If people are watching this broadcast, as you know, we have a wide variety of an audience and outside the Indianapolis market, and they would like to know more about what you do and how they can help you not only financially, prayerfully, or maybe through the food donation. We have challenged all of our schools to get their teams involved and to feed people, because you feed hundreds of people every night, and it's just not Christmas, Easter, and Thanksgiving. It's every night. Talk about someone who's watching now and said, I want to be involved. How can I be involved?
Great, Keith. Great question. And you believe it or not, that's probably the number one question that I often get when I speak to groups or talk to organizations. People want to help. And people in Indiana, we have facilities in Indianapolis and Bloomington, and they're very, very generous and kind-hearted. So there's so many different ways to help. Everybody listening or watching, can make a difference. And whether it's through donations of clothing or toiletry items and or even food during any time of the year, not just Thanksgiving or Christmas. We get a lot of food donations. We get a lot of volunteers during those times. But believe it or not, we need volunteers and we need donations throughout the year. And so not only can they help that way, but if you've got a unique skill set, if you are someone who is a hairstylist, or you're someone who can cut hair, they can come and volunteer those services. We have doctors and nurses who volunteer their time in our clinics. We even had one gentleman who he was retired and he loved to shine shoes, Keith, believe it or not. So what he did was do nothing but shine shoes for our thrift store, so that when the individuals came in to buy the shoes, they were shiny. Yeah. And it helped our sales in our thrift store.
As we can see, it's homecoming as they crowned the king. and Queen for Franklin. We last week, the southern part of the state now with Franklin, with our network and with Franklin football. Now the southern part sees what Wheeler Missions do with the rec centers.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that real quick if you can. We had great results last week of people watching that and talking about the rec areas.
Great. Yeah. So there is a lot of things that people can do and help and I'm sure who was on last week. I'm sure they did a much better job talking about the rec areas than I would ever do. But if anybody can come and help at wheelermission.org, or they can volunteer at wheelermission.org/volunteers.
The Drumstick Dash is coming.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's in November. I know that we had our podcast with Brian and Denny a couple of weeks ago. I know we're airing that for halftime the next 3 or 4 weeks here on IndianaSRN. That's what I want to ask. How has IndianaSRN helped you bring that out? I know you've been partners with us for 5 years. This year, a very huge corporate sponsorship, looking to build on that, helping each other. Yeah. What's the impact has been? Have you seen an impact?
Yeah, I mean, not only you, but every sponsor that we have has had a great impact, but particularly you guys, because your target audience is very local, very Indiana-based, right? We are Indiana-based, and so, but people who listen to your broadcasts or look at, view the broadcast are exactly the target demographic that we're looking for. Number one, they're looking to help. They're very generous folks, and they're interested in Indiana, right? They're interested in helping. And so, but particularly from a Drumstick Dash standpoint, Thanksgiving morning, having 15 to 16,000 people out there.
Can't wait.
It's fantastic. And so people hear and they understand. And so that it's all about giving to others. And so moving their feet so others can eat.
I love that slogan.
The phrase.
Yeah. We want to thank you very much for spending some time with us. I know that you're very busy on this Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon. Let's cheer on the Grizz and make sure they come back and win this thing.
Yeah. Go Franklin.
We appreciate it.
Thanks, Heath.
We'll take a 3-minute break. When we come back, a lot more for you right here on IndianaSRN.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's
It's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot? It's not a game.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Back here at Franklin College, getting ready for the second half. Halftime score at 14-10. Here's a couple of numbers in the first half. First off, for Ohio Wesleyan, Caden Booza only threw the football 6 times in that first half. His low this year was against Oberlin. He only threw it 14 times in that contest, but today he is 3 of 6. Does have an interception, 43 yards on the afternoon. His favorite receivers, in fact, so far, just 3 guys, James, Severs, and Fitchko, each with a reception. James has the one for 33 yards on the afternoon. In the rushing department, Severs 8 attempts, 42 yards, and a touchdown. And Booza with 3 carries and 12 yards, so not a whole lot of offense in the first half for Ohio Wesleyan, but enough, again, to have a 14-10 lead. Only one, though, offensive touchdown so far today. For Franklin, Kai Ross, 12 of 22 on the afternoon. He has a touchdown and an interception. And so far in the yardage department, he has thrown here today 174 yards in this contest. His favorite receiver, which has been all season long in this early young football season, has been Owen Wright. He's made some great catches again today, 4 receptions for 69 yards. Kirby today, 3 receptions for 55. He's averaging 18 yards per catch. And back to Owen Wright for a moment, he's averaging 17 yards per reception. And, of course, the workhorse today, Garrett Cora, 15 attempts today, 59 yards, and he's averaging a 3.9 yards per carry. We'll take a timeout. Second half action coming up in a moment right here on HCAC TV. Back once again here at Franklin College. We are getting set for the second half. By the way, IU now leading Maryland 35-21. I think Purdue is still losing to Nebraska 14-3 now. I'm sorry.
What are you sorry about?
That you're losing.
Oh, I'm okay. I win because Perry did a nice job at halftime. Again, if you would like to be involved with Wheeler Mission, please contact them. We would appreciate that, and so would they.
And don't forget about the drumstick dash in November.
You talked about maybe doing it. Are you still thinking about it?
We are, yeah.
I think we're going to try to get the whole entire IndianaSRN crew to do it. Maybe then go down to Ben's house and have Thanksgiving dinner. I'm sure his lovely wife would love to fix us a big old turkey.
He looks like he's in for it himself.
Yeah, he's shaking his head.
Yeah.
So.
All right, it will be Ohio Wesleyan getting the football to begin this third quarter, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the miscues there for Franklin in that first half. Here's a squib kick. Takes the high bounce, which is a bonus if you're Ohio Wesleyan, and one of their upbacks will get dropped immediately. Great special teams play there for Franklin. There were some areas that were very much improved we saw from Franklin in the first half, but they made some mistakes that may have cost them and taken some points off the board. If they can clean that up here in the second half, they really have a good shot at winning this game.
I think it would be very important that they get them off the field 3 and out on this possession, and then work on what they were doing in the second quarter, of course that interception did not help them as they were driving to score.
First down and 10. We'll put the football at the 30. Ohio Wesleyan trying to win their third game of the season. For Franklin, looking for win number 1. Booza rolls and throws out on the flat. Ball's going to be caught. Nothing there for J.T. James.
Good defense, very start. Maybe got a yard. Are they going to get? They're not even going to give him a yard. Oh, they are going to give him a yard.
We'll always have to wait and see what they do with the spot of the football, don't they?
Yeah, because the line judge, a lot of that might be because it's now picking up the rain a little bit, as you can see it.
Second down and 9. That'll be James in motion. He'll reset to the right. They'll run the football, and nothing there for Sievers.
Good. That's great. Maybe the fired up in the locker room has helped them.
Looked like Stevens might have been one of the first ones in there for Franklin, and it's 3rd and long. Big play here for this Ohio Wesleyan offense. Devin Haley was in the backfield, and he remains in. So Sievers getting a break. They'll have to get to the 40 for the first down. Over the middle, and a big-time hit, knocking the ball loose at the 50. That would have been a first down. Pass intended for C.T. Taylor.
Nice defense. Had plenty of room, put in plenty of protection there. Maybe might have thrown that ball a little late.
Well, the one thing about it, Coach, you leave your receiver hanging out like that, there are going to be some big hits. And we have seen some both ways.
Good play by Austin.
So Ohio Wesleyan will have to give away the football, and for Franklin a chance here, and should have excellent field position. Kick to the near side. It will take a battling Bishop's bounce. How about that?
I tell you what, every punt that Franklin has had, they got the good position, and now they got another.
Well, those bounces will really benefit you if you can get that end-over-end kick like they have so far. And once it took that second or third bounce, it really took off, and so the football at the 25. Today's game brought to you in part by Officially Human. Their mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the field and the court. Do your part and practice good sportsmanship. If we don't have officials, we can't play. First down here for Franklin. That'll be Neely in motion. Handoff Cora up the middle, and he'll get a couple before he is driven back. We just haven't seen a ton of offense either way today.
No, we haven't. We 1, 2, 3 kick or a stain drives and then no points.
Yeah, it fades out quickly.
Right now, I think if you're Franklin, you want to actually score, but maybe keep the ball away from Ohio.
Well, good news is you've only got, there's another bad snap, and Cora can't get it, but it'll be jumped on by Kai Ross, and this is the second time we have seen a bad snap that has cost Franklin. Watch this.
This is just right down on the ground. Ugh. That would drive you so frustrated.
Parker Hacker is the starting center. But now you're going to be deep again at 3rd and 21. So those little mistakes that are costing Franklin here this afternoon. Ross to throw. Flushed and goes down. First time he's been gotten to today, it'll be Jack Novak. Came in with 2.5 sacks. Now make it 3.5.
Novak, a team captain as a sophomore, tight end, 6 foot, 210 from Kenzie, Ohio.
By the way, to give you an idea of how this field position can shift and flip another way, look at this.
It just did for you.
You had the punt, thought maybe you're going to get good field position, and then you have the bad snap and then the sack, and now you're punting from your own end zone. And there will be a return across the 45, near side, inside the 40, and brought down there. First down now for Ohio Wesleyan. By the way, is Austin Koslow on the return. And now you really have put your defense in a tough situation. Excellent field position for the Battling Bishops. And, you know, I know it's very early. We're still in the third quarter, but you really don't want to give up a score right here and go down 21-10.
20 yards, they're in field goal position. Literally.
Yeah. So first down, Battling Bishops. Busa. As we mentioned at halftime, only threw the football 6 times, and they're going to run it, and nothing there. Boy, there was just very little running room, and that run defense has really played well. Devin Haley got stuck, and they're going to say no gain. You have to feel that when you look at this so far, that this Franklin College defense, who had been giving up over 300 yards rushing per game, and then look today.
Yeah, I mean, I think you give them a B in the first half.
Yeah.
I mean, you gave up 14 points, but you've really kept yourself in the game.
But only gave up 7 on offense. The other one was special teams. Play action. Busa rolling. Throws it at the last moment, has a receiver. Did he stay in bounds? And I believe he did. That'll be C.T. Taylor on the reception at the 30. Clock will continue to run at 10:15 here. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Very manageable now for the Battling Bishops. Fitch go to the near side. 2 receivers split wide left. They will line up J.T. James here to the right. And he'll reset now to the left. Sievers back in the ball game. And fumbling the football, and that's a big, big mistake for Ohio Wesleyan. They're going to lose yardage on this one as a fumble, as Sievers and Busa not on the same page on that handoff.
4th and 4 here. See what they do here.
Now they're staying out there. 4th down and 4, so they only lost a couple of yards on that play.
Fortunately, they got the ball back.
Yeah. The Bishops football team, as we mentioned, averaging nearly 38 points per game, but they have struggled here today on offense. Busa trying to draw him off the line of scrimmage, swing pass to the outside, ball caught by Sievers, stiff arms the defender and driven out of bounds on the far side, but he got the first down.
Big play. Big play.
Luke Lyons there to get the stop, but boy, that tell you what, that's huge right there for Ohio Wesleyan.
He got that all on his own too, Troy.
He did. So 1st and 10 now for Ohio Wesleyan. Next week, Franklin on the road at Rose-Hulman. We will be there a 2 o'clock kickoff time. It'll be homecoming there for Rose-Hulman as well. So Busa once again. Handoff. Nice hole up the middle and battling to the 20-yard line. That'll be Haley once again. By the way, if you're an IU fan, they scored again. Look at that IU offense rolling this year, huh?
What, they got up 35 now?
It's 41-21.
Wow, good for them.
Purdue still losing 14-3. Sure, we'll let you know that.
Yeah.
28-3 now. I knew it was too good to be true.
We were ahead.
Should have stopped at 3-0.
We should have stopped at 3-0.
Second down and 5, rolling and getting away from the sack is Booza. Now throws toward the end zone. It's up for grabs and intercepted. Bad pass by Booza. His second interception of the day. This time it's Kahari Jackson doing it again.
Here's where you should get. This is where you throw it away. I don't think you throw it in the end zone there. I think you throw this away.
Well, he threw it off his back foot again.
He sure did.
We mentioned that might be his Achilles heel coming in. He had 4 interceptions, and he has 2 today, both to Kahari Jackson. And both of those, again, he's throwing off balance and off his back foot. So
here's the question I have for you. If you fair catch a kickoff or a punt, a kickoff, you get the ball at the 25. Why do you bring the ball out at the 20? Why don't you give them the extra 5 yards?
Because Cora on the carry, stays in bounds across the 35, driven out of bounds at around the 41-yard line. Great run there by Cora.
So the reason that you gave me is just because?
Just because.
Okay.
How about that block to the outside?
Look at that tippy toe.
Boy, able to stay in bounds. Sometimes you just can't question.
Just because.
Just do it and live with it,
I
right?
got you. I understand completely now.
Football at the 41-yard line after another turnover.
That's why you're an award-winning broadcaster.
Thank you. Ross again to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. The throw, and we've got contact at the 40, but no whistle there. Smothers on coverage.
I think he got a hold.
Kirby, the intended receiver. And I think the hold was on Remke, the right tackle, number 77. Here's the call. It was Ben Remke.
Ben Remke from Mount Vernon High School, McCordsville, Indiana. Sophomore, 6'2", 250. Played for the Marauders.
That'll move the football. Let's see where they're going to place it once they set it down at the 31-yard line. Penalties in key situations have hurt Franklin today. We've had those 2 botched snaps. First and 20. Cora over the right side takes the hit there from Burton and will be driven back. See if they'll put the football at the 34-yard line or the 33. It's going to be closer to the 34.
2nd and 17.
And they've been in this situation a lot today where they've had 3rd and long, 2nd and long.
Well, they've shot themselves in the foot several times today.
So now 3rd down, 4 receivers. Ross looking right. And almost threw it away. His receiver, Neely, went on an in pattern. The ball went outside. So they were not on the same page on that one. Stops the clock at 6:08. Still now 3rd and 17. Boy, right when you think you might be catching a break, you got the interception, and you just now can't move the football with any consistency without some mistakes. And now 3rd and long. Ross over the middle. Ball's going to be caught. It's going to be shy of a first down. Great catch.
You got to go here. You got to go here, Coach.
Jeremy Lee on the reception. Football at the 49. It'll be 4th down and 2. And you better have a good play here because you're giving a field position if you don't. Kirby back in, made a nice catch earlier. Crowd getting into it once again. They're all in the box on this one. You see the battling Bishops. They have, 7 players in the box right now. This will be a matter of wills on this one, won't it?
Yes, sir. It's a long time standing on that timeout, Franklin.
We'll take a timeout as well. Ohio Wesleyan 14, Franklin 10.
To you.
So after some thought, deliberation on that one, Franklin's going to punt it away on 4th down and 2. So another, and that's going to be fumbled on the return, and Franklin's going to get it back. They get a big break right there. The fumble on the return attempt by Austin Koslow. And that's the break that Franklin needed. Watch this. He fair catches and then takes his eye off it at the last moment. And the Franklin Grizzlies able to get it deep as Braden McGowan down to recover the football. And the offense back out in the red zone. Boy, it's amazing how this whole thing can turn. So now, football at the 14-yard line. Ross looking to his left and dropped on the in pattern there by Kirby. Kirby might have taken his eye off the football knowing that Seth Anderson, the linebacker, was there. So now it'll be 2nd down and 10. Austin Ganaway to the right. Malachi Joy also lined up to the right side. That is Kirby at the bottom along with Wright. Cora, the lone setback. And Cora gets the call up the middle. Nice hole down to around the 6-yard line. Takes a big hit and able to hold on to the football. Extra tight end coming in now for the Grizzlies. That'll be Elijah Flowers, the freshman at 220 pounds. He, along with Neely, lined up to the right. 3rd down and 2. The good news here for Franklin, they can get a 1st down out of this one. Ross handing off to Cora. Cora, hard runner inside. He's going to get the 1st down, and he may get close to the 2-yard line. And that offensive line able to open up some big holes. And we're going to put it actually at the 3. So you have 4 chances to get 3 yards right here. Cora stays in. 2 tight ends. Ross hands it off to Cora, and he's going to lose yardage on this one. Jack Novak shooting the gap, and he will get the tackle there.
Loses about a yard, doesn't he?
It was at the 3, and now it's back to the 7.
4.
That's a loss of 4. So now 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. We talked about those linebackers, and Novak is one of those on the outside. He'll stand up as a defensive end. He'll also look as a linebacker. Ross will hand it off to Core. Big hole, touchdown. Right up the middle behind his center, Parker Hacker and Isaac Fisher, the left guard for the score. And Franklin now leads it by 2.
Look at this. Nice block by Matt Neely as well.
And how about the dance?
Kind of like the dance.
Hit the gritty. You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Ben knows his dances.
Yeah, guess so.
Extra point attempt. is on the way, and it is good. Franklin now leads it 17-14.
To you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
This is a different football game, isn't it?
It's a much better start in the second half.
Well, that defense got the interception. You had to punt it away, and then, of course, Ohio Wesleyan muffs the punt, and that cost them. And now they'll go back on offense. Here's another squib kick right here. I think why you do this, and I'll tell you why in a moment, is I think they feel their defense is playing so well right now that Ohio Wesleyan, even though they'll have okay field position, they're really struggling running the football. And if they throw, they know Booza's now maybe his confidence is down.
Well, you gave up 89-yard run back, too, in the first quarter.
Yeah. So, Ohio Wesleyan with the football.
I want the T-shirt that says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the bright yellow shirt.
You like that?
I like to have that shirt.
So you can learn how to count?
Yeah. You know, Sesame Street. Count Dracula helped me count to 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 4.
Certainly understand that.
Yes.
Football is at the 37-yard line. First down for Booza. They're going to run the football to Sievers. And Sievers will get about 3, maybe 4 yards out of the carry. By the way, Kahari Jackson ran into the umpire right there.
Did you see the umpire? Umpire's going, hey, big fella.
So 2nd down and 6.
I was going to mention that. Wonder what he said. Move out of the way, Beckett.
Or sorry.
Yeah.
Once again, Booza. Now we'll throw a little swing pass to the outside to Sievers. Sievers near the 45. It'll be shy of the first down. See where they place the football. They're going to spot it at the 44.
Big third down here. This is a bigger third down for Franklin than it is for Ohio Wesleyan.
So they're going to come with 4 wideouts. Out of the shotgun, Booza. He'll throw. Sideline. Ball caught, first down inside Franklin territory to the 49-yard line. On the reception, J.T. James. We talked about that before, why you don't see more just short dumps to the sideline, because it's always open. That defensive back is retreating. You go 5-6 yards, he's 3-4 yards behind you, and just make the catch.
J.C. James is from Hurricane, Ohio.
Hurricane.
He's right home.
First down and 10. Carried by Booza. And he's going to get nowhere. In fact, he might even lose a yard. Well read there by Demarion Newell. So now it's going to be 2nd down and 11. We're down to a minute remaining. By the way, Ben's Indiana Hoosiers are going to move to 5-0 on the season.
Congratulations, Ben. Way to coach.
Booza will throw. Steps up in the pocket. Dumps over the middle. Ball caught, first down.
No. Short.
Oh, they are going to call him short at the 40. That's going to be James on the reception once again. So it'll be 3rd down and a yard. Hurry up offense now for Ohio Wesleyan. We'll look at them stacked on the left. Think they're going that way?
Mm-hmm.
And Franklin showing blitz.
Showed patience there, though.
They'll check at the line of scrimmage. Big 3rd and 1 with 9 seconds and counting. Hand off, it'll be Severs, and Severs goes down. Bishops tried to go that way, but there was nowhere to run, and that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. Franklin looking for their first win. They lead it by 3.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
Franklin College football brought to you in part by Indiana Labor's District Council, the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Labor's District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. Also, Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Give him a call at 317-894-7000. Well, I tell you what, we've got a good one going here. I don't think we believe coming in that this would be a 3-point game just from a standpoint of the low scoring.
Well, what we have seen in the past with Franklin, and they got better and better and better. This is the best game they have played all year, and I would even say probably the last 4 games of the last year to this year. This is the best I've seen defensively. This is a huge stop, though.
It is big from a standpoint of the run defense. And Ohio Wesleyan, they're going to punt the football away at 4th down and 3. High snap. Look out. Great adjustment there and a fair catch. Fumbled and then picked up. Boy, that would have been tough the other way.
That's a wet football right there.
Owen Wright. The rain is picked up here at Franklin College, so you can see why that ball's getting a little slick.
Yep.
So 1st and 10. We got a lot of football to play here, so I'm kind of thinking from you don't want to be too conservative on this drive, but you'd love to use some clock. And I wouldn't be surprised at all though Garrett Cora is going to get a break here. Cam Jennings, who's really done a nice job filling in when needed, he'll get his first action of the second half.
Got to hang on to the football. You got to have good snaps.
Jennings will get the call, and he might get a yard. They'll blow that one dead. We got some big fellows up front, including Tyler Yonka, who plays that left defensive end spot. He was right in there. So we're going to say no gain, 2nd down and 10. You know, I love the rosters that you printed out here. They're beautiful. You got red and blue.
Yeah.
Did you do that on purpose?
I did. Tyler is a 6 foot, 200-pound tackle.
2nd down and 10. Handoff again up the middle to Jennings, and Jennings gets some positive yards here before brought down by Seth Anderson, one of several in there for Ohio Wesleyan.
You just need to run clock here. 3rd down and 6. I would run it again. You know who I would put in the game, Bill?
Cora. Guess what?
He's not.
So you better come up with another plan on this one.
1st down.
Got to get to the marker. 3rd and 6. Ross over the middle. Ball's caught. Guess who again? Owen Wright, 1st down and more. He has been the go-to guy all season long for Franklin, and he gets to the 39-yard line. I love these over-the-middle patterns.
I like this catch. Catch the ball, protects the football. Maybe carried a little loose, but, boy, you got to love that.
Well, if they're going to play zone and you can get in between the linebackers and the defensive backs, it's open.
Dink.
It is open. And Ross has had success today finding the open receiver over the middle. First down and 10. Football at the 39. Handoff. It'll be Jennings. Takes a hard hit and goes down.
Maybe 2.
I'll tell you what, Briar Ramey, a guy who can really come up and stick you hard.
Oh, he didn't get anything.
So it's going to be second down and 10. Anderson, Ramey, and Johnson are just 3 guys that are as active of linebackers as we have seen this year, and they'll come up and hit you.
They'll shoot in the gap, too.
Yeah, they will. They know how to fight off blockers.
5 guys in the box.
Ross fumbles it and able to pick it up, and he'll carry it himself, and he's going to get something positive out of this one.
Oh, look
Spins
at this.
to the outside, 45-40, still in his feet. What would have been a disaster, he turns into a huge positive.
That ball slips right out of his hand. Look at this.
Whoop.
That is a fumble. Watch this, though. This is second effort. Oh, that's huge.
Well, I tell you what, sometimes you just think about wrapping up, and we're not seeing that.
Well, the other thing is, how many times have we had Franklin not be able to make that play?
Yeah.
And today they have made that play. I would not throw the ball. I'm sorry. Let's run the ball.
Yeah, well, the way it's raining now, and you can kind of tell how the turf is now starting to get some of that rain up the middle. Cora back in the ball game, gets another big run inside the 25. We'll mark him down at the 22-yard line. Boy, Cora running hard. They're actually going to give him to the 21.
Gave him the first down.
And the official now covering the football because of the rain coming down. They'll try to keep it dry as they can. Boy, this would be big here for Franklin. Get a touchdown in this drive. Again, Franklin's defense has given up just one offensive score today. The other one came on special teams on the punt return for the score. Neely resets to the left. Here comes the blitz. Handoff Cora. Cora bounces to the outside, looks to cut back, and gets an extra yard or so and is driven out of bounds.
Somebody loses his head.
Seth Anderson is over there again, the outside linebacker. It'll be second down and 5. Put the football at the 16-yard line. In this stage, though, I'm in no hurry to run any plays if I don't have to. I'm going to run that play clock down.
Yeah, if you could hold this ball to maybe the 7-minute mark and score.
Yeah.
And score.
Yeah.
I think you're in pretty good shape.
All right, handoff Cora again.
Right
Cora's
at the middle.
like, why am I going to waste another 3 or 4 minutes? I'll just do it myself as he gets down to about the 10-yard line. And the run defense right now for Ohio Wesleyan having a real tough time stopping Cora.
Lack of it.
Yeah. Crowd getting into it here on homecoming Saturday. The rain continues to come down.
Our guy Eric Eaton in the rain. Thank you, Eric.
Wide left is right. He has had single coverage pretty much most of the afternoon. He's had some tough catches here again today. Here comes the blitz. Handoff. Cora takes a hard hit and goes down. Boy, he took a shot right there. It was Cam Murphy out of Urbana who laid on the hard hit. Coming up on 9 minutes remaining. Second and goal. Core remains the lone setback. Good look at Neely. Handoff Cora. Gets the block to the outside and close to the 5-yard line.
And the most important thing he did, stayed in bounds. Didn't make that clock run. It makes that clock run.
Frustration there. Seth Anderson a little frustrated.
You need 7 here. You do not need 3.
Yeah. Boy, but the advantage of the rain is on Franklin's side because they're able to run the football. We haven't seen so far today on the other side where Booz has been able to throw effectively. He's had those 2 interceptions that have cost them, so I'd rather have him have to throw. Hand off Cora. Cora going to get stopped once again. He continues to drive, but the whistles will stop his forward progress. So now we're looking at 4th down and goal. Let's see if they're going to get points on the board, and they will. So instead of taking anything away from this and not getting some points, at least get 3.
I can understand this.
Yep. Dakota Forg will step in, just a freshman. Good snap. The kick is on the way, and it is good. Line drive will put 3 on the board. Franklin now leads it 20-14.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Are you an active athlete looking for enhanced performance, comfort, and recovery? Then Skins is the perfect choice for you. Our revolutionary sports compression product provides better oxygen flow in your muscles, helps reduce fatigue and pain from intense physical activity, allowing athletes to push their boundaries and perform better.
Skins helps keep everything, including you, on track.
So don't wait any longer. Get your Skins now and experience unbeatable performance.
Take your game to the next level with Skins.
Back here at Franklin College as the Grizzlies try to pick up their first win of the year, now leading at 20-14. And we'll see what Ohio Wesleyan can do with the football with 7:22 remaining. Another short kick. And again, that shows a lot of confidence in what your defense has been able to do today, and that special teams play has been very good as well. Today's game brought to you in part by Aspen Creek Grill. This is where Keith is taking us to lunch today. Amazing food and great servers. You will not be disappointed when you go there. Can we order anything we want today?
No, we have a penalty flag on the play. I'm taking Debbie to lunch and supper tonight.
So we're not going to Aspen Creek Grill?
No.
Where we can get delicious food and great service?
Well, we're going to
we won't be disappointed?
We'll be going to Aspen Creek Grill on Thursday.
What are you doing there on Thursday?
Taking you to Aspen Creek Grill.
Really? On Thursday?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's free steak night.
Free steak, yeah. I'm sure they're doing a lot of free steaks at Aspen Creek Grill.
I like my friend Mike Bennett.
By the way, I want to thank Clean Slate as well. Find your future in the cloud. They're a technology consulting firm specializing in custom-built modern applications and products that deliver greater agility, faster speed to innovation, and the resiliency to handle whatever the future throws your way. Give them a call at 866-885-3249. 1st and 10, football at the 27-yard line. Man in motion, and that man in motion will get the call on the sweep around the right side. Able to break a tackle, and the ball popped out, and Ohio Wesleyan will get it back. Well, I tell you what, you talked about it earlier. That was Davis on the carry, and he really kind of handled that football loose. And Brian Hines able to recover the loose football. Take another look at this one. Took a hit right here.
Oh, that ball bounced the right way for Ohio Wesleyan, though.
Stevens able to nearly come up with maybe the play of the game right there to give them the football back. They lose 4. It'll be 2nd down and 14. Empty backfield now for Ohio Wesleyan. Booza to throw to the sideline, and he's not even close on this one. Intended there for J.T. James. And what did I say earlier? He's struggling throwing the football. The rain is coming down, and that makes it even worse.
So 3rd and 14 here. You don't go. You got to punt it at 4th down. Unless you get a big chunk here.
Yeah, I'd tell you what, that might even be a tough call too at 6:20, because you know that Franklin is going to run a ton of time off the clock.
Yeah, you're right.
And if they get a field goal out of it, it's a 2-possession game. So it's not like they need 7, just get the 3. Empty backfield once again for Caden Booza. 2 interceptions today. 6 on the year for Booza. Big third down here. Down the middle and knocked down, and a pass that was intended over the middle for Braden Fitchko falls incomplete.
And the Ohio Wesleyan coaching staff is going nuts. They would like to see a pass interference. I think the time, boom, boom. That's a good no call.
Well, I'd love to see it again. Unfortunately, we're about ready to punt the football away here. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be tough. That Ohio Wesleyan defense is going to have to find a way to get that football back. Take another look at it if you can see it right there.
Yeah, I mean, the
That's
ball.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, ball and receiver both had the ball at the same time.
I'm pretty sure as you see this punt, it's going to be a very short punt. I think Fitchko, he was slapping his hands because he thought he probably should have caught the football. Excellent field position here for Franklin with 6:03 to go. Boy, this would be a huge win for Franklin. Thinking about opening conference play next week at Rose-Hulman. Now you want time management. You want to use that clock. Cora, the lone setback.
Run, Cora, run.
2 receivers split wide to the left. Here comes the blitz again. Cora on the carry, and he's going to get a couple out of this one. Key is stay in bounds, get some positive yardage. And if you're going to blitz, you better be really careful, because if the blitz gets picked up and Cora finds a hole, he's going to get some big yards.
Yeah, he's pretty talented there. So you got 2 yards there. You need maybe 3 first downs here.
Yeah. If I get 3, and you want them to burn a couple of timeouts too.
Yep.
That way they have nothing on offense. Split wide to the left. One of those will be Kirby. Cora stays in. That is Neely.
He's offsides.
Handoff. Cora near side. He might get a yard or so.
Wow, 40 looked like he jumped off sides, got back in.
Yeah, it was Novak on the blitz off that left side. And you know that Franklin's going to use time every opportunity they get. This is a big 3rd and 8.
Yeah, you don't put this ball up in the air, though. You can't. You can't afford it.
Well, and especially if you think about the way your defense is played, if I get a solid punt off and really pin them deep, more advantage to your defense. They have to get very close to the 49-yard line. They're going to run it to Cora again. He'll stay, of course, right in the middle of the field. And it's going to be 4th down.
They're going to get this ball under 4 minutes, though.
So they will punt the football away. And, again, you're going to rely on what your defense has been able to do today. They've been able to stop the run. They picked off Booza twice. And if you're Ohio Wesleyan and now you're under 4 minutes, you know you're going to have to throw the football. But, boy, you'd love to see a great punt right here.
You need a good snap, catch the ball, kick the ball.
Adam Guth will punt it away. Gets a really good leg into this one. If he can keep it in the green, and he can't. Well, that would have been huge if he could have gotten a bounce on that one.
That ball came back.
Yeah.
Woo. 3:35. This is where coaches earn their money.
Next week, 2 o'clock kickoff time from Terre Haute. We'll see Franklin and Rose-Hulman.
Is it you and I again next week?
Yeah.
Oh, the 18th going up.
Yeah. We wouldn't expect anything less, would we?
I think Ben is at Manchester next week. You at Manchester next week?
He didn't think so. Now, in 2 weeks, you and I have Manchester.
Yep. HCA, this is where you get the HCAC football right here on IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
All right, here we go. Football at the 20. Booza will have Sievers in the backfield. He's going to throw. Gets hit late. High pass intended there for J.T. James. If that ball's tipped a little higher, there might have been an interception there. That defense able to put some pressure on Booza. Booza's really, at this stage, working more out of a pistol than he would be a shotgun. He's only about 3 yards behind his center. So those 3 down linemen have a better chance maybe to get a hold of him. Quick drop. Booza dumps it here on the near side. Nothing there. Ball caught. Sievers dumped immediately. And it's a quick 3rd down. They will see a gain of 6 on the pass play. So now you're looking at 3rd down and 4. Crowd getting into it once again. Franklin will rush 3 on this one. Booza looking to his right as he takes the snap over the middle and incomplete, and a flag is down. Luke Lyons is going to get called on this one, though it looked like the 2 players got their feet tangled up. Take another look at this one. Nope, he did grab him a little bit right there with the left hand. Pass intended for Braden Fitchko. That will give Ohio Wesleyan a 1st down. And there you see the call against Luke Lyons.
Boy, that's a tough play.
So 1st down for the Battling Bishops. Still 2:50 remaining. A lot of time on the clock. And where will they place the football? At the 43, that 42-yard line. But again, another 1st down for Caden Booza. Sievers remains in. He has been the main back so far in this offense. Booza to throw. Steps up. Ball's almost intercepted. Wow, nearly picked off as Keegan O'Neill nearly made the play of the game right there for Franklin College.
2:46, lots of time left.
Pass was intended for C.T. Taylor. 2nd down and 10. It stops the clock at 2:46. James now throwing will be Booza. Going to tuck it under himself and get out of bounds at close to the 46-yard line, and a lot of talk there on the sidelines as Booza maybe thought he got pushed a little bit late. But it does stop the clock. No, they're going to keep it running.
Because he ran out on his own.
All right. I thought he got pushed there at the end, though. Football at the 46. That'll be J.T. James on the near side, along with Fitchko. Still a 3-man rush here for the Grizzlies. Booza again to throw. And over the middle, but behind the intended receiver. And guess who was there again? Keegan O'Neill.
4th down. Oh, my goodness.
Got to get to the 48-yard line. See what Ohio Wesleyan has in store here. Might be the end of the line here for Ohio Wesleyan if they can't get the 1st down. They're going to need good protection up front. Still just a 3-man rush. Booza has time, pumps, He goes down big time at the 35-yard line. He held on too long.
Wow.
There were a host of Grizzlies there. Let's see who's going to get to him at first. Good coverage downfield, and he takes a shot and goes down. It was Devontae Brown, number 46, who got him first. Crowd going crazy.
They got to run a play. Then they get the 2-minute timeout. But you got to get a first down.
Yeah, you get one, and I think you're pretty much in good shape.
Well, they're going to use their timeouts.
Oh, yeah. And that hurts on the offensive side if you're Ohio Wesleyan. Cora, the lone setback. Kai Ross will reset his tight end, and guess what? We're going to run the football. Cora gets positive yardage inside the 35, near the 33-yard line.
2-minute timeout.
We don't use the word warning. It's a 2-minute timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. Franklin leads it by 6.
Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Back once again here at Franklin College. 2nd down and 7. Cora on the carry. Cora still battling his way. He's going to get close to the first down. He's going to be about, well, what are they going to call a timeout? He's about a yard short, Coach. And so a timeout by Ohio Wesleyan. They'll have to burn that first one. 1:47 remaining.
Get a first down here. They'll have to burn a couple more.
Well, I'll tell you what, like you said earlier, we have seen steady improvement by Franklin in their first 3 games to this one, but I'm more impressed with the way that run defense has been today. And we mentioned earlier, you give up 300 yards on the ground in your first 3 games per game.
Yep.
And you come in here and you pretty much shut down Ohio Wesleyan. It forced them to throw more than maybe they wanted to.
You bet.
It was Ohio Wesleyan team that had been averaging nearly 150 yards per game on the ground, but not today. Third down and 1. Get a first down here. This could be huge. Handoff Cora up the middle. He got the first down and more. Breaks away to the end zone. Touchdown.
Yes.
What a run by Garrett Cora. All you wanted was a couple of yards, and you got more. Watch this. And then another move right there.
Smartest play that the offensive lineman downfield is just leave him alone.
Yeah.
Don't touch anybody.
So the extra point. It is on the way, and it is good.
How about this?
Franklin 27, Ohio Wesleyan 14.
Every person has a story waiting to be told. Mr. Jack comes in every Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
One day I noticed his hat said he was a Korean War veteran. I asked him if he'd ever been to the Korean War Memorial.
No, I never had a chance to go.
That was the day I knew we had to do whatever it took to get him there.
Manny made it happen. I got to go to Washington, D.C. to all the memorials. The World War II Memorial, Naval Memorial, Korean War Memorial. Took all kind of pictures and everything, and it was a good trip, too.
I'm glad that I could be a part of Mr. Jack's story.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN. We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Well, how about Franklin College here today? A successful homecoming, getting their first win of the season, unless Ohio Wesleyan has a miracle here in the last 141. There will be a return, and some valuable time will come off the clock, but the special teams able to get the stop here across the 35 and a return out to about the 38-yard line.
How about 8 guys on the tackle?
Yeah, take your pick, huh?
Yeah.
So Caden Booza will have to score and score quickly, and then they'll have to find a way to get the football back. But you already know now there's going to be 8 players that are going to drop deep and keep everything in front of you. And so Booz is going to have to throw under the coverage, and that's good news if you're a Franklin fan, because you're going to have 8 tacklers ready to come get you. So here we go. Fans have stayed here in the rain. 3-man rush once again. Booza rolling. Now fires it 50-yard line and out of bounds.
First down.
Brian Hines on the reception. He'll put it at the 49 of Franklin. Going to have to work quick here. Sievers, the lone setback. That is James will reset, trips right. Booza steps up in the pocket, dumps it off. Ball caught, and not really immediately. That Sievers got hit at about the 45-yard line, got some extra yardage to the 40. And we're coming up on a minute to go. Quickly back in. One player down there for Franklin. Booza will take off himself. He's going to slide. And he got to the 33-yard line. Now under a minute to go. Booza looking to his left toward the sideline. Ball's going to be caught, and stepping out of bounds is Fitchko. Well, they're marching down the field pretty quick.
They are, but time is an essence. I don't understand why they're not using timeouts, other than it's a 2-possession game. So you probably go as quickly as you can here, onside kick, and see what you can do.
Sievers, the lone setback as Booza at 2nd down and 4 in the air, and cannot get it to his receivers. It falls incomplete. Intended there for Fitchko.
3rd and 4.
Stops the clock at 45 seconds.
Eternity, isn't it?
Not when you're down by 13.
Well, that's true.
Booza to throw again. Underneath the coverage. Ball caught by James. Quickly wrestled to the ground. He did get the first down. But now 38 and counting. Booza again to throw. Looking left all the way there. And it's going to be knocked away. Pass intended here in the near sideline. Looked like that might be Fitchko once again. But it stops the clock at 30.6 remaining. Second down and 10. Booza again to throw. Booz has some running room in front of him, throws toward the end zone, and it's going to be knocked away. Good defense again. That time, Kahari Jackson, who had a couple of interceptions in this one today, but able to knock that one away.
Looked like he had the ball, spun around, and he knocked the ball out of his hand.
3rd and 10. Can get a first down at the 11. Trips right. Fitchko, the lone receiver, to the near side. Booza to throw, has plenty of time, dumps it off to his running back, Severs. Severs gets a couple of blocks, and he's going to get close to that first down marker, but only 10.9 remaining. A lot of time came off the clock there. And Ohio Wesleyan's going to call a timeout. Rain continues to come down here at Franklin. See if they gave him a first down here. They did give him a first down, so it will be first down for Ohio Wesleyan. Much earned win here today, as we're expecting rain to continue through later tonight, but we're getting the heaviest of it probably at this stage. I don't think Franklin cares as long as they win. They think rain all the time. You can actually see some of the rain coming down in front of our camera. It shows you how much heavier it is getting.
It also tells you that our cameraman is right on. Thank you very much, Eric. Just keep everything dry.
Yes. Yeah, take a look at it right there. You can see how it's coming down in the background. The fans have stayed in. Look at the ones in the end zone, though.
I mean, they haven't moved all evening.
No. Someone got some of those nice personal tents to stay dry. First down and 10, 10.9 to go. Ohio Wesleyan needs 2 scores. Here comes the blitz. Booza rolling, fires to the end zone, up for grabs, knocked down. There's Kahari Jackson again. And he'll give you a couple of push-ups just for good measure. Well, there's no way that Ohio Wesleyan can do it now with only 4 seconds remaining.
Great win. Great win for Franklin. So next week will be very interesting.
Yeah, Rose-Hulman getting a chance to play their homecoming game against now a team that'll come in with their first win of the season. Final play of the football game, barring a penalty right here, to the end zone, and is it caught? No. In and out of the hands of J.T. James, and that's going to do it. Great play by Luke Lyons here to finish it out for Franklin College, and the Grizzlies win it 27-14. Coach, your final thoughts on this one?
Just great second half. Played very well defensively. Probably the best that the defense had played in at least a year. So congratulations to Coach and the team. And, boy, I tell you what, homecoming cookout or whatever they have at the end of the game would be nice and sweet for Franklin. I'm looking forward to Rose-Hulman and Franklin next week. It should be a lot of fun.
It's going to be fun. It'll be a 2 o'clock kickoff time. We'll be on the air at 1:45, homecoming for Rose-Hulman. Thanks to the entire crew. Thanks for being with us as well, as Franklin gets their first win of the season. Final score, Franklin 27, Ohio Wesleyan 14.